Can I know like the most? Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Christopher.
I'm not shaking your hand. What's my most traumatic experience? I don't know, but I know what yours is.
Suck my dick.
A ver, ya, prende.
Yo, look at his
Prende, ¿por qué eres así?
What happened, mamita?
No, just $20.
20 bucks?
For this video that we just shot.
Okay, no, for sure. I'll have my cousin cash up
No,
here.
right now.
How's it
He
going?
needs to pay me $20 for the video that he just took. We'll totally take you right now.
No, I'll pay. I'm down to pay. We're good to pay. Can you not like touch my cameraman? No, I'd appreciate that.
Who the does he think he is?
I think he's
you piece of
What?
Who do you think you are?
Huh?
Is that a good thing what he did or a bad thing?
No, that's a good thing.
Take it back. Take backsies, Rainbow.
I hope your left leg and your right leg switch. I hope soon as you get up out the shower, your whole body itch. I hope your top lip grow bigger than the bottom. I hope you run out of gas and when you walk to get some gas, they ain't got it. I hope your shoes shrink as soon as you burn. I hope all of your friends throw a party and your ass don't get invited. I hope you accidentally piss off Mike Tyson. I hope you piss him off so fucking bad, all he think about is fighting. I hope you wake up on a deserted island. I hope ain't nothing wrong with your baby, but your baby keep on crying. I hope money call, but your phone on silent. I hope you drive all the way to work just for them to tell you that you fired. I hope you get heartburn with every blink. I hope you combing your hair in the mirror and it fall out in the sink. I hope the worst. I hope a cluck steal all your clothes. I hope you ain't got no grill, but every last one of your teeth is gold. I hope you wake up and you 80 years old. I hope you get horny and when you open that little drawer, your whole vibrator explodes. Stupid.
Being a young black female and also a teen mother, what do you guys do to give back to the community? Also directed mostly towards ODB. I know Praz and the Fugees do things for the community, but what is going to be your thing for the community?
Nothing. Curious natural skill. This indeed. So concludes the appetizer. This
AI is going to take our jobs. Yeah, I'd like to see AI go out drinking till 4 a.m. on a weekday and still make it to work on time the next morning.
Fucking nigga, used to fall with Gucci till I seen it like a pussy nigga. Mama know I'm ruthless, talking stupid, made me boss a nigga. They know I'm a house arrest, so they feel like they a bitch. I kill you, then I'm taking where the gun go.
Hey, would it be weird if I asked you out?
No, it wouldn't be.
All right, well, we are closing, so if you would please.
Found money. You gave him some. You gave him some of that dyke coochie. Yeah, you gave him.
Let me ask you this, Daddy. If he give you some money, would you give him some of this straight booty?
Huh?
Would you give him some of this?
I almost knocked you on your ass then, okay? Okay, so don't come in, don't get it twisted, because I'll knock you on your ass on my show. Okay, I'll knock you on your ass. Okay, don't come and play with me, because I'm the wrong one for your dyke ass to be playing with. You understand? I'm the wrong one for your ass to be playing with. I'll knock you on your ass on live TV. You understand me? Keep it straight. You understand me? Don't get it twisted. Okay? So don't get it twisted. Don't bring your dyke ass up in here with that bullshit, because I'll knock your goddamn ass off right here on TV. Okay? Bye.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, you sure will. Get your dyke ass up out of my...
How much would it be to jerk me off twice?
What?
How much would it be for a milkshake and fries?
How much would it be for a milkshake and fries? Give me one moment.
I'm declaring war on fat gay kids. Not the kids themselves, but on whatever's making them so fat, gay, and pathetic. I'm talking seed oils, SSRIs, MSNBC, and perverts masquerading as teachers and guidance counselors. Sorry, but as an educator, you can't show off your extensive collection of marital aids anymore, okay? America isn't a dance school, a video game competition, or an OnlyFans academy. It's a country. And with the help of President Trump, we'll be focusing on eliminating the things in our society that are turning our kids into effeminate weirdos and skanks.
Ooh, you make it clap? Let me chill.
He's tweaking.
I'm tweaking. How?
You tweaking.
You fine as hell, you don't fuck with me.
I ain't even gonna lie. You look like you can pick me up. I've been staring at you. You look real strong.
I ain't that strong.
I mean, would you try? Huh? Would you?
YBG Don from DC.
What's your name?
YBG Don.
I'm not calling you YBG. What the f is your name?
It stands for something. Young, black, and gifted. YBG Don. That's what I stand for, Queen.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Can I ask, like, respectfully, like, is that real?
No.
All right, no.
Damn!
It's not you.
Actually, like, really cool though.
It's not you. It's me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't handle that. Like.
Okay. I get it. It's okay.
Yeah. Damn, Shawty's got a melody.
Holy cow. Maybe there's gang activity here. That's crazy.
Ever seen 100 dudes run at you? That's not a fight. That's a stampede.
So you backing out?
No. I ain't backing out. I'm just saying that we got to rethink the rules. Listen, man, I be minding my business. I be chilling, eating my little kale and shit. And this kid bangs on that glass and yells, "Do the monkey noise." And I'm like, watch out, Lil man.
You know, for a 400-pound gorilla, you are a big wuss. Grow some balls.
All right, glow stick. Shit ain't sweet around here. Keep talking spicy, and I'm gonna slap the shine off your face and send your ass back to Area 51.
I'm not saying I can't do it. I'm saying maybe we lower it to like 37 max, spread out with snacks in between.
Mm-hmm. Don't y'all get mad when they throw a peeled banana at you? Like, bruh, I can peel my own shit.
Like, I might throw shit at you, but I like my banana clean, respectfully.
I know you like that banana in your mouth, all peeled and soft, like you didn't just throw poop at a zookeeper 5 minutes ago.
Bruh, quit with that Diddy shit, bro. I know we swing, but we don't swing that way, you Skittle-fueled space little. They feeding y'all bananas? I only eat gourmet, lil bro. Imported figs, microgreens, Whole Foods on delivery. Shut your Joe Martin looking ass up, man, before I come over there. Y'all sitting here talking about bananas like this ain't deeper than potassium. My boy Harambe got clapped and nobody spun the block?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, Faye, I'm loading up the zoo cart. We riding at dawn.
You're cuter than a little gummy bear and you're lovely little lotus flower. And you look like the girl from Wednesday. Yeah, you do.
It's Saturday, man.
No, Jenna Ortega.
How many sides are on a triangle?
Oh, man, you just... 5.
It's 3. But yeah, close enough.
What about the bottom?
Oh, true. I forgot about that. So you went to college?
Yes, sir. I went here in Jackson, then I went to Harvard. I'm LLC Incorporation. I am one of the last founders. I'm in with the law enforcement. We're police officers dressed up as homeless people and living out here on the streets. We're trying to come forward and say that homelessness is against the law.
You're an undercover cop?
Yes, sir. I sure am. Most likely, I just painted a target on myself.
Did you happen to be mayor?
Yes, sir.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Corn. We're here for a special random episode of What's Trending with Corn. So make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe, all that good stuff. Now, I got a lot that I wanted to talk about with you guys the other day during the live stream that I did. But we did it. I didn't have enough time. Obviously, I think that was like a couple hours I did of that live stream. So I wanted to go ahead and get through some of these other topics as well. Most of them being non-wrestling related. So I was going to do a Rumble exclusive, but I figured, you know what, let me just go ahead and stream on YouTube as well. And then so what I might do is just let you guys know ahead of time. I may just make the one on YouTube private so that you guys can go to Rumble. And I guess that'll kind of be like the Rumble exclusive. The replay will. So, anyways, got all that sorted out of the way. So hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We have quite a few things to get through today. One of the things that I wanted to start out with was this story right here. Now I just saw this yesterday, and I saw the speech that the guy, I don't know who it is, so I don't want to butcher the title or his name or anything like that. But basically, what the military is going to do now, and it should have done this a long time ago, was they're going back to enforcing fitness standards. And just in case you guys have been out of the limelight for, or out of the know for a little bit, and have not have known what the military has been doing in terms of fitness or lack thereof, it's been pretty fucking bad. And even when I was in, it was pretty fucking bad. But now, as you know, this is a saying that I've heard ever since I was a kid, which is, someone gives you an inch, you're going to take a fucking mile. And this is exactly what has been happening in the military. So I, for one, am for the standard enforcement, or the standard of fitness enforcement. I am, because it needs to happen. I mean, you can't be a quote unquote 1%er, right? Which is what they tried to tell us when I was in the army. Only 1% of the country is in the military, which I'm sure it's probably more than that. I'm pretty sure it was more than 1% when I was in, because it was quite a lot of fucking people, and quite a lot of fucking useless ones as well. Which, speaking of useless, let's just go ahead and watch this video of this guy who claims to be a Rastafarian, and now wants to play the victim card and to say, hey, I want to use my religion to say that I don't have to adhere the beard and the grooming standards of the military now. This is the BS that we're dealing with. This is the BS that I've said that we've been dealing with for quite some time in America. But everybody wanted to ignore it because it didn't affect them. But now here we are, 2025, and we've got idiots like this coming out with an entire video thinking that this is a good idea to still be enlisted in the military, and release a video going against grooming standards and then complaining about it.
Wouldn't it be easier just to shave and put on a patrol cap? I mean, I guess it could be easier to shave, but actually it's more easier not to shave because I don't have to do it. The same thing with the patrol cap. I hope you enjoy me braiding my beard up, or twisting my beard up, so I can be in regulations and be a proper example for those who do have a religious accommodation. 2 inches. Blessings.
So I've known people like this when I was in the military, and I'm not one to go bash religions or anything like that, especially religions that I don't know a fuck about, nor would I give a fuck about either. But at the end of the day, you do you, whatever's in fucking standards. But when the actual army or the military in general comes out and says, hey, these are the standards and you need to adhere them, remember that you took an oath. See, I have no problem with if the military wants to work with different religions and soldiers and say, hey, if you're of this religion, you do this, because that's always been a thing. Even when I was in basic, we had people, on Sundays, we got to leave basic for about an hour and a half just to go to church. Like that, that was so beyond me, because back in the day, I heard that wasn't even a thing. So don't get me wrong. If it's within the standards, and the military comes out and says, hey, you guys can do this because of said religion, or you guys can do this because of said practice, whatever, or beliefs, whatever, I get it. But when they come out and say, hey, fam, you sign an oath, you sign a contract to be within our grooming standards, whether we change them or not, you need to be in them. But now we live in a world where you can break contracts. We have people that, and this applies even to sports, where I'm sure we're going to talk about later on the stream as well. But you have people getting paid now better than we ever have before in terms of entertainment, in terms of sports. Maybe not in terms of military, so I'm not going to get into that. The pay is pretty bad, and I mean, I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it's mainly the benefits are the best part of our quote unquote like pay. But if you're gonna ask me to sign a contract, or no, if you're gonna sign a contract and then you're gonna ask me after you sign that contract that we sat down thoroughly and went over, you put your hand up, made an entire oath to defend the country and to do this and do that. Look, man, I'm all for it. I'm somebody that lived it for 4.5 years. I didn't get a beard and profile, not a beard profile. It was called shaving profile when I was in. I think that might still be the what it's called, but I didn't get a shaving profile until I was 3 months from ETS. Literally 90 days from my ETS date, where my unit said, "Hey, you're on the out. You know, you're at the end of the contract. You're not fucking re-enlisting. So go ahead and train, and our next person is coming in, and then you go ahead and do your own thing in your off time." So I was like, well, shit, might as well, you know. I was like, my entire career, I was getting bumps because I was having to shave like every other day for 4 years. And at the time didn't really know how to like kind of groom my face, like how sensitive my face is and stuff like that. So when I was like about 90 days out, I got a shaving profile, which means you can grow your beard a little bit as long as it's still groomed down to the standards and shaved down to the grooming standards of having a shaving profile. And I did that till I got out. These people nowadays, they get it. I mean, even back when I was in it, they were getting it like right as soon as you get out of basic, you're getting a fucking shaving profile. And then they're getting out of hand with it. Then they're doing this and doing that. Then they wanted to style it. And I like at first, like my first couple years, I didn't see anybody style their beards. Then my last 2 years in the Army, I was like, they're actually letting people get away with fucking lining their shit up and fucking shaving it down. I'm like, bruh, well, what have we come to in just a couple years that I've been around this whole thing? And then I get out, and then the stories just continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse in terms of what they're letting soldiers get away with, which is, to an extent, it's like I get that, you know, you give them a little bit of more freedom, cool. But when you go as far as doing shit like this and go as far as letting, you know, soldiers and now the head of your fucking representing the entire military of the country being a dude cosplaying as a chick, like we have serious fucking problems. So I'm glad that they're turning shit around, even if it's slow, a slow turnaround, it's still turning back around. Now there's other things that could be better, obviously, when it comes to the military and what they allow. But for the most part, what we're seeing and a fitness standard, you already know me. When it comes to the fitness of the military and it comes to changing and going back to fitness standards to public schools, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm 100% for this shit. So I went ahead and tweeted this out. I said, get these lazy fucks out. Like yesterday, we had these weirdos when I was in too. Too many that can't do shit but will take up resources and money, and we'd still have to compete for promotion just for them existing. That's only one example. Yeah. And I still stand by that. Like, you can't, like, if y'all only understood the promotion system, and I don't know, again, I've been out since 2017, so it may have changed. But when I was in, whether somebody's on like medical or whether somebody's like kind of inactive, they still count in terms of promotion. Like we had people getting promoted that should not have gotten promoted just because it's more of like it's the promotion system. It's like you go through the promotion board and then they're only going to take so many E4s to promote to E5. And it's just like a selection thing. It's not like a, now sometimes it all depends. Now there's people that can explain it better than me, especially people that have been in more recently than I have. But when I was in, it was pretty tough to get promoted because it was oversaturation of lazy fucks in the Army. And it seems like it just has not changed. It's only gotten worse. Because my whole perception of the military in general changed when I got to basic training and I saw the amount of people that they were passing through and the amount of people that were actually like, I'm like, damn, this person, you let this person serve in a fucking military active duty at that? Like, these are the kind of, like, I had no idea that, like, I don't know. Like, obviously I understand that there's bad people. There's people that are lazy. There's people that just want to come and collect a paycheck everywhere. But the amount of people that did it when I was in, man, is just baffling to me. Like I was like, bro, this is straight robbery. Like it's ridiculous. And it made me feel bad for those of us that actually worked hard at our jobs, those of us that actually took our shit seriously. And as I've always said, it's bad when somebody like me, who has never been super duper like patriotic, but I am patriotic, obviously. It's bad when I have to come out and be patriotic, super duper fucking patriotic. Like somebody like me that's not even that way. And I come off that way because these motherfuckers will live in the fucking country, claim they want to defend the fucking country, and then talk shit on it while putting a face in their cameras, while wearing a fucking uniform and making a mockery of the entire fucking military. So yeah, when you talk about taking offense at something, yeah, I take offense to this. Because you're a lazy piece of shit taking up fucking resources when somebody else that actually cares about what they're doing, cares about their job, and actually wants to be in the military for good reasons. There's a million reasons you can be in the military, and there's a million reasons why people are in the military or join the military. I didn't even join to be super patriotic. I was like, fuck, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm 20 years old. Oh, actually, no, I was 19 when I went in. So I was 19 years old. I ain't got shit else to do. It's a Friday. I was like, let me see what this military shit is about. And I did it for 4 years and I got out. But you would not see me doing nothing like this. You won't have any stories about me fucking going against grooming standards and making a mockery of the shit. Like, it's ridiculous that we have people like this in the military. And this gives me the same kind of secondhand embarrassment I get when I watch niggas in front of a fucking camera acting stupid. It's the same fucking thing. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think, because that's just something that I don't play around with, man. Like that, like me being a football fan, even though I played it growing up, is one thing. Me being a wrestling fan, even though I wrestled growing up amateurly, is one thing. I'm still a fan at the end of the day. But when it comes to the military, it's something that I actually was in. It's something I actually have experience in. It's something that surprisingly I still take pride in, because I was an anomaly when I shouldn't have been an anomaly. I'm nobody. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm nobody special around that. But what I'm saying is I was a fucking anomaly, because if I was in any other fucking place, any other fucking unit, I probably would have been another fucking shitbag. But the fact that I did what I did, I worked hard, and I didn't fucking, again, go against fucking standards after signing a contract and taking an oath. Where has this fucking society gone? Now we got the fucking Jaden Smiths of the military now. Like, what the fuck is this? Bullshit. Just a bunch of fucking bullshit. Yeah. This is exactly why the military put out fucking regulations, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. You never would have saw this like 10 years ago. I'm mad confused as to how fast this shit has fallen. It is remarkable. Very remarkable how fast society has fallen, especially when it comes to the military. Like I said, man, let me know what y'all think, man, on that one. Like, I'm done ranting about it. I just need to get my little rant off about the military, because the fitness changes have been needed for a long time. Even when I was in, they should have made the fitness requirements a little more strict. Like, there was one point in my military, and this is the last time I'll say about this topic, but there was one time in my 4 years where my first sergeant wanted my supervisor, because my first supervisor, he was retiring. And this other guy came in, this comm sergeant came in, And he was he had to be at least like 320. Like, dude was a fucking bowling ball. Never seen a fat dude like this in my entire fucking life, let alone in a military uniform. I don't know how they even fit this motherfucker in it, because he was like maybe like 6'2", but you could tell he was like fat for being 6'2", like just straight up just bowling ball, right? And this guy gets to our unit already on his way out the army as well. So it's like, why are you coming to a fucking EOD unit when you're on your way out of the army, when you're going to get medically retired? So this guy comes in, and my first sergeant wanted him to be my supervisor. And I just got done dealing with a fucking shitbag supervisor from when I first got there. I had already turned shit around at the company in terms of my job. So now I have another guy from a different MOS than me trying to be my supervisor, and he can't even fit into fucking fitness regulations. And you want me to listen to him? So I literally, and again, not to get too like, I don't know if I can even tell this story, but I'm telling it anyway. I went to my first sergeant, and I was like, yo, look, Top, I respect you, blah, blah, whatever. But this guy can't be my fucking supervisor. I gave zero fucks when I was in, I gave zero fucks. I was like, this guy cannot be he can't be my boss. He can't be my son. Like, he can't even run a mile without even like gasping for air for his fucking life. The fuck is he gonna tell me what to do? He doesn't even know how to do his fucking job. He's already getting chaptered out medically, whatever. Like, and apparently it was like a 4-year process for him to get medically cleared, by the way, or medically chaptered. And that's a whole nother thing. Like, the army is just sit and wait. Hurry up and wait. It's sitting and waiting too, though. But yeah, so this whole fitness thing has been a problem even when I was in. And I wasn't the most fit dude, but I was doing fitness competitions and shit like that. I was still able to run a 2 mile very quickly, by the way. I think I still had, I had like a 12-minute. Was it 12 minute? I can't remember. I have to pull it up, but I have it on record though. Man, yeah. Every once in a while, it's good to talk about, my time in the army, especially when it's relation to this, where you see people going out of standard, or going against standard, or you have people running around here being 300 and 400 pounds and still complaining about their pay in the army. And it's like, fam, if you only knew how bad it even used to be and what you couldn't even get away with 10 years ago, let alone probably like 8 years ago. But I'm telling you, man, it's a crazy world out there in the army. I can't speak for all the military. I can only speak for the army. It is a crazy fucking world, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that whole thing. Very disturbing and annoying to see, because you see it a lot. But let's go ahead and get into the next topic. And this one actually, this one pisses me off, man. Another subject that pisses me off. I've been playing COD since I was a little kid, literally. And I've been waiting for this Black Ops 7 beta to drop, because I want to know whether I'm going to pre-order this game or not, whether I'm actually going to get this game like ASAP, or whether I'm going to wait a little bit to get the game. This video that I just watched does not make me want to get Call of Duty. And by the way, the Saudi Arabians, Mohammed has a good percentage, owns a good percentage of Activision, I believe, right? So, even though it's EA, like that deal is for EA games, they also have a little bit of stock in Activision, I believe. But neither here nor there, at least for now, when it comes to this, because this right here is just, to me, is just cheap slop. I don't know why they just didn't do a Modern Warfare game this year instead of doing a Black Ops 7, because it is literally the same game from the gameplay that I've watched between yesterday and today. And now here we go with this fucking bullshit.
Oh my God. Yeah, but this is crazy.
Hardpoint located. Hostile personnel.
How is this fun? And look at this weirdo, dude. Like he really thinks he's doing something. Like, how in the world? Please, Activision, how in the fucking world does this make the game fun? So y'all will monitor words, but y'all won't monitor fucking gameplay? Y'all literally made a fucking X-ray gun? A heat vision gun? Like, what are we doing, man?
I've captured
You can literally shoot through walls and buildings and shit. Like, what the fuck is
Yo,
this?
what is this?
Hardpoint is active.
I told you I was gonna be nuts on P4.
And now this dude thinks he's nice. That's the problem. That's the problem we're fucking dealing with now. This dude right here thinks he's nice. We are cooked, man. Gaming is cooked. Like, we just saw footage of them doing aimbots on Battlefield 6 on the beta, which apparently they have fixed. We'll see if they actually fix that whole aimbot thing, because we know people like to hack video games and stuff like that. This, to me, is even worse than aimbot, and this is straight up cheating, fam. So what COD did, instead of fixing shit and instead of monitoring actual gameplay, they decided to double down on monitoring words. And they decided to, instead of watching the gameplay of people, they decided, you know what? Let's just go ahead and make a gun where you can just cheat. Let's just make a cheat code for players. In a world where people will spend money to get good at a game nowadays because they've made games that way, such as Call of Duty. Now, what I don't understand is how the hell they thought they weren't going to get any fucking backlash from this. You didn't think you were going to get any backlash from making it a see-through gun? An automatic win button? Are you kidding me? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very frustrating. The fact that, again, this is a game franchise that I love. I love Call of Duty franchise. But, man, like, you know, some years it's like, oh, man, this game was bad. Or some other years, like, this other game was good. This, you know, one year is bad. Another year it's good, whatever. Like, I like that whole back and forth thing. I like playing the games throughout the years and going back and saying, yo, this one was good. That one was good. This one was bad. This one was bad. And here's why. This, to me, is an automatic, like, why the fuck would I even want to play this game if this exists? That's where I'm at with this game right now. Unless somebody can explain to me why this is a good idea to have this in the game, why the fuck am I paying $80 for a game like this? Why am I paying for a rigged game? No fucking thank you. Let me know what you guys think, man. Hit that like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Now let's get into the next topic. Oh wait, do I have a video? Oh man, damn it. I know I said I was going to stop talking about the military thing, but I've totally forgot a video on this thing. I had a whole video planned out. Let me, actually, I don't know if I can show the view thing, but we'll go ahead and try and see if I can show this. But just to carry on top of the military discussion and rant that I had just a few minutes ago, I don't know their names except for Whoopi Goldberg. I think this one Joy or Sunny or whatever. I don't know. But let's go ahead and hear with straight from the horse's mouth what they think about this whole military standards thing.
I'm actually really befuddled by why he did that. The optics were terrible, meaning all of our top military brass are all in one place, and we spent $6 million to get them there. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. It also didn't make a lot of sense to me that he...
Wait, why are you worried about their pockets? Why are you worried about a fucking military chief's pockets and how much they spend to get people there? You realize the military has a lot of fucking money, right? And the whole country is in a lot of debt anyway. So again, that's an unnecessary stat that you even need to fucking provide.
Was saying that he was going to toughen physical standards and review the anti-hazing policy by sort of implementing a hazing policy. And
Also lies. Yeah, don't they have lawyers on this show that literally specifically have their whole job is to tell them, pretty much be a like human version of community notes, because they do shit like this and say shit like this. They sit here and lie. He's gonna get rid of an anti-hazing policy or I think you said review the anti-hazing policy by implementing hazing. And it's like, well, give us context. What do you mean then? Because that's completely untrue. Again,
and also
where
he said
the
he was
lawyers
going to return to the highest male standard for combat positions because the troops were fat.
Yes.
I don't understand how that was supposed to be an uplifting message for our military.
That is an uplifting message. What do you want for an uplifting message for the military? You want ice cream sandwiches? You want military to be advertised by trannies and ice cream sandwiches. That's what you want. You don't want the fit dude running around getting shit done, shooting down sight at silhouettes. You don't want any of that. You want fat people running around eating ice cream sandwiches. You want chicks running around with septum rings at 250 pounds with pink hair and an army uniform. That's what you want. Let me tell you something. That's not reality. That may have been reality for 2020, but that's not reality in general when it comes to the army or when it comes to the military. Just in the past 10 years, they've tried implementing that dumb shit. And look at where it's got us. Absolutely fucking nowhere. Right back to reality where we should be. This should have been done 5 years ago.
Referring to Colonel Sanders.
It was really a bizarre thing. He started talking about woke DEI policies. By the way, there are no gender quotas in the military. By the way, he fired more than a dozen military leaders, many of them people of color and women.
As he should have, especially the women. Come on, bro. Maybe you shouldn't be hired because of your color. Maybe you shouldn't be hired because of your gender. Maybe you should be hired because of your experience and you're probably the best person and the best fit for that job. I say that about everything.
He fired the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, General Charles Brown Jr., who is African-American. Yeah. He fired the first woman to command the Navy, Admiral Lisa Franchetti.
So why do we still act like, and this is what frustrates me the most, and this is why I get so pissed off about sports. And that's why I get so pissed off at like the Shannon Sharps and the Ochos of the, even though I love those guys, don't get me wrong, but I get pissed off that they use their fucking platform because they have experience in said sport when they use it to spew out dumb shit like Shedeur Sanders being a starting quarterback. So I mean, I keep the same energy about everybody when it comes to this shit. But I'm so sick and tired of this argument and this perception that you cannot get fired because you're black, or you deserve more because you're black. You deserve this because of the color of your skin, or you deserve persecution because you're white or black or Mexican or whatever. No. You guys literally, and it's funny how people want to quote Martin Luther King and compare Martin Luther King to this person and that person, whatever. Martin Luther King literally said from his, whether he meant it or not, whatever he did in his personal life or not, he still fucking said it. And y'all are misinterpreting what the fuck this nigga said or just straight up ignoring it. When he said he wanted people to be judged by the content of their fucking character. So why do we have to continue to mention this person's black, this person's white, blah, blah. We have to put a whole emphasis. We got to cast this person to make them black and fat and lesbian. We have to do this and make this dude black and gay, or we have to do this and make this dude white and the antagonist. No. How about we tell a good story? How about we make good characters? How about we have good side characters, and you don't have to make them gay. You don't have to put septic rings on every single fucking female protagonist. Don't have to make them super muscular and masculine. I said muscularly. I'll say buff. I was trying to say super muscular, but whatever. Like I'm telling you, man, a lot of this shit is DOA. They just came out and said that they're going to do a Toy Story 5 with centered around old girl. Fuck, why can't I remember her name? When literally the second Toy Story movie was centered around old girl. Why can't I remember her fucking name? It's the Woody's chick. I'll remember at some point. Isn't it something like a D? Dolly, or something like that? Hey, what up, Jaron? Damn, I forget the name of it. But nonetheless, man, we got to stop with this whole sentiment of trying to hire somebody or getting mad when somebody gets fired or put on the bench and then saying, oh, he got put on the bench for a white man. Or maybe he fucked up. Or maybe he's just not good enough.
I don't understand the sort of hypocrisy of firing these people, having all these people meet together, and then denigrating them.
But did you look at it? They're looking at him like he has two heads.
Well, they didn't applaud the beginning of that clip you just saw. The president is President Trump said, if you want to applaud, you applaud. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, and then you heard the rest. There goes your rank in your future.
But by the way, every one of these men and women in this room has been taught the entire time they've been in service that it is apolitical. You're not right, left, you're not red, blue, you're not Republican, Democrat. They don't show their politics because what you're doing on the battlefield is above politics. So they're not going to applaud, they're not going to cheer, they're not going to boo. They're going to show up and listen to the commander in chief. But to Sarah's point, I've literally sat in the VTC, like video conference room in the Pentagon. We could have done this a lot easier and a lot cheaper and talked to people all around.
Again, what the fuck does military's numbers have to do with anything? What the fuck does their pockets got to do? Like, y'all are complaining to fucking complain. And this is why nobody likes these bitches on TV. This is why their ratings suck. And then when they get canceled, they want to blame, well, you guessed it, the president. Because they're fucking idiots. This is the best you guys got. And again, this ain't me saying that you know, women sitting around talking to each other is fucking just dumb as shit, and putting a camera in her face is dumb as shit and putting it on national television. This is in 4K. Every single time this show comes on, it's a fucking mockery. Y'all mean to tell me you can't get 5 better women in the world or in entertainment in general to sit around and have like sensible fucking discussions or bring common sense to a fucking conversation? No, you got women sitting around. Women in entertainment, by the way. They have nothing to do with the military, sitting around. They have nothing to complain about except for how much the military spent on sending their military leaders to a meeting, a conference meeting. That's their only defense when it comes to being against this whole fitness standards thing. When it gets to that point, that means that you guys lost the plot. That means that you guys definitely lose, period. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, so we kind of talked about Saudi Arabia earlier. But we're going to talk about him a little bit more. Because this one was just completely outrageous. And shouldn't have been. It really shouldn't have been. But last live stream, I talked about how Saudi, you know, this whole WrestleMania, going to Saudi Arabia thing, Muhammad wanting all these different superstars there, blah, blah, whatever. Now here we are. And this is what I see 2 days ago, is that what is it, Saudi Arabia or Israel? Well, one of the two. One of those Middle Eastern countries says that they were upset with the name invasion for one of the for the NXT TNA pay-per-view. Now, I could understand if this pay-per-view was over in the Middle East, but it's not. But now that we are in bed, well, I don't say we. WWE is in bed with Saudi Arabia. Now we've already seen the first domino fall. And just for the future, remember that Corn was here to tell you guys that this is the first domino, because I haven't seen this anywhere. Per WrestleVotes, WWE has renamed the NXT versus TNA Invasion show, and it will now be titled Showdown. So you mean to tell me a few streams ago when I said that WWE got in bed with Saudi Arabia even more, that not only would this be the first domino will fall soon, but they will eventually bend the knee to more shit? Well, it took them absolutely no time, because less than 2 weeks after, actually, no, it might even be less than a week after they announced WrestleMania being in Saudi Arabia. But just for the benefit of it, because I don't remember the date that it was in the past couple of weeks, all this time flies by and you don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'll just say, for the sake of it, less than 2 weeks after it was announced that WWE would be taking place, that WrestleMania would be taking place in Saudi Arabia, guess what? NXT has to change their title from Invasion, a pay-per-view title from 2001. A pay-per-view title from 2001. They have to change to Showdown because Saudi Arabia says so. So they bent the knee real quick. They bent the knee real fucking quick. I told y'all that they would bend the knee eventually. I didn't even think it would happen this soon, but it did. And again, like I said, I could see if this was an NXT TNA pay-per-view out in Saudi Arabia or Israel, whatever the fuck. But it's not. So not only are we going to have censorship issues, which we already do have censorship issues when it comes to Peacock, and before that, we had censorship issues when it came to the WWE Network in the last stages. And now, obviously, we're going to have the censorship issues with Netflix, even though they want to censor this and censor that, censor this chant, censor that chant. You can't do this, you can't do that. But yet they won't censor their children's shows that will show literally two girls kissing and them trying to push transgenderism in children's shows. Got it. So when WWE comes a knocking and says, "Hey, we have a show we're going to be doing. It's going to be called Invasion. It goes on to play off of it's a playoff of the pay-per-view that we had over 20 years ago." And then they change it after, Muhammad gets upset. My question to you guys is, do you think that the Invasion pay-per-view from 2001 is now going to be censored and taken off of wherever it's going to be a year from now? Because between now and April of 2027, I have a feeling that the Invasion pay-per-view from 2001 is either going to disappear or be renamed. Now, for years, I've been hearing people say, and I've been needing to take heed to this advice, which is get all your shit physical, which means get all your physical media, right? Especially when it comes to these WWE pay-per-views, because guess what? It's going to go away. They're going to censor some shit. They're going to take things out. They're going to take segments out. Take certain matches out depending on how they feel about said wrestler. It's going to get worse, man, when it comes to censorship. You want to know why? Because it's, first of all, Saudi Arabia. So they're like, they're one of the main people they're one of the main cultures when it comes to censorship. I don't know if you guys know that. Which is why I always say the grass is not always greener on the other side. Now, you never know what the grass is greener on the side unless you go to the other side. I get it. But some things you just probably shouldn't experience. Some things you probably should just leave alone. But when they start throwing a bag at you, and then more bags at you, and then a whole truckload of bags of money at you, and you're a public company like WWE, you're gonna fold eventually. You're gonna fucking fold eventually. Now, here's the problem that I have with this whole thing. other than the obviously the whole censorship stuff, is this. Saudi Arabia, Muhammad has put a lot of stock into gaming. He's put a lot of stock into entertainment in general, because now WWE, all this other stuff. You guys don't see that the bigger picture of all of this is that, because it's not like the ticket prices are going to go down with anything. It's not like the gaming prices are going to go down, because they're not. The gaming prices are only going to fucking go up. Ticket prices in WWE are only going to go up and get more expensive, especially for the bigger events like WrestleMania, Warrior Rumble, SummerSlam, which we already have a Warrior Rumble going to Saudi Arabia and a WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia. So like I said, man, the censorship stuff is going to be at an all-time high, which is why I'm not too big on them getting EA games. I'm not too big on them being in bed with WWE. And I'm not saying this guy's not a fan, but how big of a fan can you be of something? And again, this goes back to my whole rant that I did last week or a few days ago on the last live stream about them claiming that he's a big fan of Vince McMahon and that they're continuing Vince McMahon's legacy. They're not. Vince McMahon would never put WrestleMania in fucking Saudi Arabia. Never. But here we are in 2025, and they just announced it. Vince McMahon would never change the name of a classic pay-per-view like Invasion to Showdown just to bend the knee to a country. I don't think he would. But this is the day and age that we live in now, where it's going to happen. All this shit's a possibility now. Entertainment is bad on all levels at this point. And it seems that the bag keeps getting thrown to these companies that continue to fail. And I'm not saying NXT and WWE are failing or anything like that, but I don't know if you guys know this, but the viewership when it comes to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, it's pretty bad. So, like I said, man, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I at least had to talk about this. I at least had to talk about the fact that we're getting just on all fronts, this whole Muhammad just buying up all the entertainment, boxing, UFC, being in WWE WrestleMania, now EA Games, which does include Battlefield, right? If I'm not mistaken. And a little bit of, I think they have some kind of stock in, let me see. Because I don't want to be speaking out my ass. Let me see if they have, oops. Because I'm pretty sure they have something to do with Activision. Okay, here we go. So, dang, I just saw it. Okay, here we go. All right, so the investments, including a stake in Call of Duty maker Activision Blizzard and holdings of about 4,000 in Nintendo and about 6,000 in Take-Two Interactive, are part of Kingdom's Saudi Vision 2030 plan to diversify away from oil by pouring billions into other sectors. Yeah, because they're about 20. I saw yesterday they're $20 billion in debt. And they buy EA for $55 billion. And they're looking to implement, let me see if I can find that too. I just saw that yesterday. They're trying to implement AI into the shit. I think I bookmarked it yesterday. Damn, man, I need to find it. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah. So the new owners of EA plan to use AI to cut costs across the business. Bruh. So y'all think this whole WWE fucking acquisition, I mean, I'm telling y'all, man, I could probably see them buying WWE by 2030. I could see Muhammad buying WWE by 2030. I'm not even kidding. The billions and billions and billions of dollars that these motherfuckers have. Bro, we live in dark times, bro. I hate to sound negative, but we live in dark fucking times. Let's see what the people say, man. Meanwhile, in Saudi Arabia, is DI firing time? Like, I get it. I get it. And this is another problem, too. Years ago, people were talking about how conservatives and Republicans, like, they're based in other areas, but whenever it came to video games and entertainment, they always like took a blind eye until like the DEI stuff came around and people wanted to start to get notoriety off of the whole DEI hiring and stuff like that, which I understand because most people they clout chase or whatever. But you mean to tell me of all these people that have all this oil money in Texas and Oklahoma and all this other stuff, like these motherfuckers couldn't invest in fucking gaming? These motherfuckers couldn't invest in WWE. Now you have people from across the world that want to censor shit, invest $55 billion into buying EA games. So now Battlefield, obviously not Battlefield 6, the one that's getting ready to come out here in a couple of weeks, but Battlefield is going to be a part of that. In some way, it's going to affect Call of Duty, because as I highlighted earlier, it's going to be Activision Blizzard as well. So you're going to have about 4,000 and 4% in Nintendo and about 6% in Take-Two Interactive. And they're trying to make it a part of a plan of Saudi Arabia 2030. A 2030 plan. So they're trying to get all this shit done by 2030. Bruh. Y'all don't think WWE is going to be a part of that? Y'all don't think Muhammad is not going to say, hey, I got a little bit of change left, even though I'm in debt. I'm about $20 billion in debt. I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and throw about $10 billion and buy WWE. If y'all don't think that that's not a possibility, or how would I say that? If y'all don't think that that's a possibility, y'all are crazy. That is 100% a possibility. Now, if you would have asked me 6 months ago, I probably would have been like, yeah, I don't think that would happen. But after the recent events that we've seen where you got this dude paying $55 billion just to get EA games, and you got people saying, yeah, we got it away from the leftists, fire all the DE hires. You're right. But again, let's talk about the grass, the proverbial grass being greener on the other side. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I said my last live stream that wrestling is down bad. Wrestling is in a bad place. There's a possibility it could be in an even worse place if Muhammad gets his hands on WWE, which he already effectively has with the name changing of Invasion to Showdown. But like I said, that is the first domino. This is the first bending of the knee. Period. It is going to get worse for the simple fact that we are already in bed with Saudi Arabia and we're already doing this shit, not even 2 weeks removed from the announcement. As I say all the time, what happened to the game I love? What happened to the wrestling that I love? I don't know, man. Hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Let's get on to the next topic. And that next topic being, here we go, man. This is what I was trying to talk about earlier. Jesse from Toy Story, they're making Toy Story 5 Jesse's story. Fam, we already had this. We had this in Toy Story 2. But we already know what the agenda is now. Like Disney, it's like that clip from SpongeBob. How many times we're gonna have to teach you, old man? Literally. How much money is Disney gonna have to lose to stop doing this BS? We learned it with the Buzz Lightyear movie, which was awful. Awful. And now we're learning it with Little Mermaid, with Snow White, with all these other weirdo movies that Disney was coming out with in the past few years. Marvels. We learned it with Eternals, the movie that was supposed to save lives. But then Kumail Nanjiani just came out not too long ago and said that he had to go to therapy, had to go to therapy because of how bad the reviews were and all the flack that he was getting on how bad that movie was. Bruh. So yet Disney still does not learn their lesson to stop making, and again, I'm not saying that that Toy Story is in any way some, man's fucking, toy movie or anything like that. But fam, when you take it away from the actual main characters, and Jessie, who is a main character, or at least a sub character, but I would call her a main character at this point because she's been in at least two. She's in 2 and 3, right? I can't remember whether she was in Toy Story 4. But when you take Jessie, who already had her story in Toy Story 2, and try and make her a focal point in 5, when 4 wasn't even that highly regarded anyways. Yeah, bro. If you were gonna do a Toy Story 5, which I never would have recommended to make a 5th sequel of Toy Story ever after Toy Story 4, which was very underwhelming. Yeah. This definitely would not have been on my fucking bingo cards to make it like this. You can make it about Woody. You can make it about Buzz. Hell, I'd make it about Mr. Potato Head and them, or maybe make it about the T-Rex. Before you make it about damn Jessie in 2025. Makes zero fucking sense. Now, let's go ahead and get on to this next topic. There is an AI hologram of Stan Lee at LA Comic-Con over this past weekend. Now, for a lot of reasons, it's very disturbing to see this. And that's only one word that I would use to describe this, but I would even go as far as saying this is disheartening and saddening. Like, I never met Stan Lee, never, I didn't know too much about Stan Lee, but I did know that this dude was already taken advantage of in his last days on Earth, was taken advantage of for money and shit, not just by his handlers, but by his own family. And now what the Stan Lee estate has done, which is his family, they have made a mockery of this man and of this legend, much like Tolkien's grandkids and kids don't give two shits about his legacy. And I mean, you can go on forever about owners and guys that have just legends that have created things in entertainment, and their families just don't give two shits about it. And they'll just sign off on whatever the fuck because they're going to give them, once again, a big bag and make a mockery of their father, grandfather, aunt, uncle, grandmother, whatever the fuck. And now here we are in a day and age where AI is so common. Now you can pay money. That's right, because this ain't free. It's not like you showing up to LA Comic-Con and just walking up to Stan Lee. No, these niggas actually paid for this shit. They paid for this shit. So you paid for an AI Stan Lee. Now, it's one thing if you do this, and again, this is horrible on all fronts, but it's one thing if you do this and it's actual beliefs and answers that Stan Lee would give. I watched this video yesterday. None of these answers is what Stan Lee would have really said, and what Stan Lee has even gone on record to not even say, to say the complete opposite. Like there's one question in here about Spider-Man. He mentioned, there's one question about like a superhero that he would want to around it, or he would want to be around today or something like that. And he goes on to say Spider-Man. Like, it's just weird shit like this. But I don't know if it's going to be in this video, but there's another comment about X-Men in here, and where he's talking about X-Men being influential to the civil rights movement. I actually believe that because I had someone close to me who I thought was credible when it came to this shit tell me that, and I believed it. And then I went on to debunk it later on because there was zero evidence of Stan Lee ever saying anything like that. Actually saying the complete opposite. But that's a whole nother issue.
I'm here today as Hollow Stank to join you at the 2025 Los Angeles Comic-Con. For decades, I had the thrill of spinning yarns about heroes and villains in that mighty Marvel manner. But the real heroes have always been you, the fans, whose excitement kept those stories alive.
Yeah, I should have known this dude was a weirdo. He's got a Godolkin University shirt on. Fucking weirdo. If anybody doesn't know what that is, that's Gen V, that show.
Kept those stories alive. The world may be a little nutty now and then, but as long as we share our stories and imaginations, there will always be room for hope, heart, and heroism. So thank you for keeping the dream alive. Excelsior!
What do you think about the X-Men legacy being so tied?
Yeah. All right. So it's this video. It's this one. This is just listen closely. And this has already been debunked.
To the civil rights movement.
The X-Men's struggles for equality and acceptance were indeed inspired by the civil rights movement.
100% false. That's been debunked a million fucking times over. This is the problem already, man. We're only in 2025. We're still in the early stages. When you really think about it, we're still in the early stages of AI. And it's already gotten this out of hand, bro. The legend, not just a legend, not just the legend when it comes to superheroes of Stan Lee. And his family signs off on some bullshit AI like this so they can get a whole bunch of money at the LA Comic-Con. And you got him spewing out bullshit like this that he never would have said and spoke out and said the complete opposite.
Larry, I think it's safe to say that Stan Lee and the creative team drew parallels between the X-Men's fight for coexistence with humans and the real-world struggles of marginalized communities during that era. This was a powerful way to address social...
This nigga ain't even speak like that, bro. This nigga ain't even talk like that.
...issues through storytelling. The X-Men's legacy continues to inspire and resonate with fans today. Great question, Larry.
Another fan named Melissa. She wants to know if you could pick one superhero who would save the world today, who would that be?
Oh yeah, that's why he said Spider-Man.
That's a great question, Melissa. If I had to pick one superhero to save the world today, I'd have to choose Spider-Man. He's got the agility, quick thinking, and webs. Slinging abilities to swing into action and tackle any challenge. Plus, he's a hero for the people, always putting their safety first. He's got a lot of heart, just like the fans who love him. Great question, Melissa.
To know what are your thoughts on the MCU and Marvel's legacy today?
I'm thrilled to share my thoughts on the MCU and Marvel's legacy.
Also, man, even though it's just like Chat GPT type stuff, I have a feeling this is all pre-screened questions. It has to be. Yeah, like there's no way like they have to screen these questions before they ask them, obviously. Same thing they did when Stan Lee was alive with him. I've never interviewed him, never even came close or anything like that, obviously, but all the stories that I heard of people interviewing Stan Lee is that all of their questions were screened before they asked them to him. So, again, this is a weird flag.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been a game changer, bringing our beloved characters to life in a way that's resonated with fans worldwide. I think it's a testament to the power of storytelling and the impact that Marvel has had on popular culture. As someone who's been a part of Marvel's history, it's amazing to see how our characters have evolved and continue to inspire new generations. Great question,
If you
Ross.
have one superpower, what would it be?
If I had to pick one superpower, I'd choose the ability to fly, Rayhan. It's a classic power that's both practical and thrilling. Just imagine soaring through the skies, exploring new heights, and saving the day in style. Spider-Man is...
This is a meme at this point, bro. Why do people still do this? Do you guys not realize that this is a fucking meme for the end of the world? You're taking a selfie with an AI version of Stan Lee. This is the world's most retarded fucking demographic, are the people that pay money to go speak to an AI Stan Lee that says shit that he never would have said when he was alive. And if y'all think that that's going to be the end of this because of the backlash, whatever, let me tell you guys something. They've only just begun with AI. You're going to get AI versions of Abraham Lincoln. You're going to get AI versions of Martin Luther King. Guarantee it. And guess what? You're going to be able to go to a museum. You're going to see a whole bunch of people from the black community be able to go to a museum and film themselves and put it online of them sitting there asking an AI version of Martin Luther King Jr. stupid ass fucking race baiting questions. And then they're going to go out and try and fucking justify being a piece of shit by saying an AI version of Martin Luther King told him to do so. AI version of Martin Luther King said it was okay. It might be far-fetched, but I'm telling y'all, everything that we've seen thus far should tell you it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's really not. So let's take a look at some of these comments, man. Yeah, they fucked up Walt Disney. They tried to do that Walt Disney at Disney World, I believe, right? Tried to do an AI version of Walt. Yeah, see, like Stan Lee himself repeatedly said the X-Men were in no way connected to race or civil rights bullshit. Facts. And I had to even go because somebody, again, I had somebody credible try and tell me that that was the case. And I believed it for years until I actually found out that it was not true, that Stan Lee actually went out and said it has nothing to do with race or none of that shit or civil rights. So, yeah. It's a desecration of the dead on so many levels. Facts. I'm surprised he didn't say the real heroes are you, the Elemental P community. There's nothing more than digital, or this is nothing more than digital necromancy. And unfortunately, unless it is outlawed, the future of AI by 20. Unfortunately, unless it is outlawed, the future of AI by 2030. I think he's trying to say this is the future of AI by 20. I don't know. This kind of shit will end us. People don't know when to stop. Yeah. But guess what? Look at this selfie old girl took, man.
That web slinging.
Look at that. She don't give a fuck about the end of the world. She don't care if she helps cause this shit. Like, look at this, bro. This is what they do. This is what they're proud of. This is what they want, bro. They want an AI version of their quote unquote heroes. But then when they realize that those same beliefs that they have aren't the same beliefs, or once they realize that the person doesn't have the same beliefs as they do, then they're going to go back and say, oh, don't meet your heroes, or our heroes, and they want to chastise them or whatever and shit on their fucking legacy. That's all. Because you had an AI version of Stan Lee validate your quote unquote beliefs and the way you fucking think during pre-screened questions that you had to pay for, by the way. Yeah, that doesn't make you right. And that doesn't validate anything that you think at all. You motherfuckers are walking around here trying to get AI to validate your own fucking beliefs that y'all are getting lost in the sauce. We see it every big post, right? Even on social media, on Twitter. Hey, Grok, is this true? I just watched a video the other day where a dude was doing a car deal, and to know whether he was paying too much or not, or whether he was getting a good deal or not, he took a screenshot and sent it to Chat GPT. I'm like, bruh, like you niggas are cooked. This generation is so cooked. Y'all literally can't do 2 + 2 without using AI or using Chat GPT. I see it every day. Motherfuckers can't even write out a personalized email without using Chat GPT. You cannot write a personal email without using Chat GPT. Yes, society is cooked. Society has been cooked because we can't do simple fucking tasks anymore without technology. That's a damn shame, bro. It really is. But like I said, man, that's some sick shit when it comes to AI. Having Stan Lee try and validate your fucking weirdness. It's fucking stupid, man. But let me know what you guys think. Hit that like, that subscribe, all that good stuff. We actually have something wrestling related to talk about. So let's go back into wrestling for a little bit. Because I was trying to look for a video with Bully Ray when he's talking about this with Jasmine Nix, but there's actually quite a few of them. Sorry, I got so many tabs. Let me see here. All right. So Bully Ray, and remember the other day I was talking about Jasmine Nix, right? We watched that video of Jasmine Nix. She did the whole spiel about she's leaving, she's not going to resign. She thought that the money wasn't enough and blah, 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 whatever. Then a video came out with her and her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was pretty much in the video saying how wrestling is fake and blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to see if I can find that video just to give a little more context as to why Bully Ray and Mark Henry are pissed. I'm trying to see if I can find that video because that'd be a real good it'll just add some context to this whole situation. Trying to see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, speaking of OnlyFans chicks, by the way. Mandy Rose, Cora Jade, and the chick who got released from WWE just recently that's trying to be the Black Lita, literally. Jakara Jackson, who is no longer Jakara Jackson. I forget her name in TNA. But yeah, Triple H Stotts tweets this out and says, going to NXT is like getting 2 degrees. Yeah, for the women it is. I figured I'd just show that. But let me go back to the Mark Henry thing. I mean, Mark Henry and Bully Ray thing. I was trying to look for the video. But can't seem to find a video. So give me a second. And then I lose my spot. Oh, never mind. There we go. Jasmine Nix. All right, let me see if I can do this then. I might be able to find it this way. Damn. Yeah. I think Jasmine is going to do OnlyFans. Good God Almighty. Where the fuck? is that video, bro? All right, never mind. Yeah, it's gonna take me forever to try and find this shit, and I just can't fucking find it. I don't know why, bro. I have no idea why I can't find that shit. But let me go ahead and go back to the tab that I was at with Bully Ray. I've got way too many fucking tabs open. All right, so here's what Bully Ray said on Busted Open. He said, if Jasmine Nix would have trained at a wrestling school, wrestling would have been her passion and her dream. She most likely would have stayed put and grinded it out. One thing about wrestlers, they will accept the grind to chase the dream, but when you get pulled in from soccer, MMA, football, whatever, it's not the same. I've been saying that for years. You don't have that burning sensation in you, that burning passion, like a Stephanie Vauquier, who told me that wrestling was her nourishment, that she didn't have when she didn't have enough food to eat. That doesn't burn Jasmine Nix. It's not that same mental state, not that same pit of your stomach grind, same pit of your stomach grind where you need to do it. You need to make it. And that's facts. And that's basically the same thing I said the other day when talking about her when she released that video. It's like, fam, you don't want to do it. And these chicks out here don't ever want to fucking, and I'm not saying all of them, and it ain't just the chicks, but lately we've been seeing the chicks, especially the ones that have been joining OnlyFans after they get released. You want to complain about this, complain about that once you get released, and then you turn back around a week later and say that you're joining OnlyFans. So when you have people like me that are online saying, yeah, Jasmine Nix probably gonna go to fucking OnlyFans. Well, guess what? I mean, you can't chastise me for saying that when literally the proof is in the pudding that that's kind of what goes on after they get released. It's happened how many times? So, look, and then you even have Mandy Rose and Cora Jade and Old Girl in TNA doing a video together, the video that we just watched. Y'all don't think that's a coincidence? Y'all don't think that they trolling? Of course they're fucking trolling. But just to remind you guys, this is the video that I was talking about from last
the contract that they were offering me for the next 3 years just wasn't going to cut it for me financially. And things, as you know, there's been things circulating, and I kind of want to just set the record straight that I am not re-signing with WWE. This was a personal decision I had to make for myself and for my future. Personally, the contract that they were offering me for the next 3 years just wasn't going to cut it for me financially, and that's okay. I kind of just wanted to give a backstory of everything. I was playing professional soccer in Iceland, and then I got recruited obviously to WWE, which I left everything out there to come here for this opportunity, which I'm very, very grateful for. I was kind of held back a little in the beginning. I had 4 knee surgeries, so I had to recover and rebuild my knees in order to step in the ring. And as some of you know, I broke my nose. That's why I was wearing the mask. I had other injuries, concussions that kind of held me out of TV for a little bit. I will say that there's been a lot of opportunities that I've had to turn down and pass up, but now that I am out of the job, I can kind of explore these opportunities more and take them more seriously. Love my Jasmine Nix fans. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and having my back for the past 3 years. It's been an amazing journey, and I will miss you guys. And yeah, that is it for Jasmine Nix. So thank you guys for watching, and I love you guys so, so much.
All right. So now let's see if we can find that video, because that's the video that I showed and we talked about last live stream. Now we're going to find the one where she does with her boyfriend, where he repeatedly says that wrestling is fake. Now, here's the that's the Mark Henry one that we're going to get into right after I show that video, but I have to find that fucking video. Damn. They might have. Oh, here we go. Found it. This is what I was looking for the whole time, man.
This is real close.
So let's go ahead and watch this one.
Son of a
Because you're in a
bitch.
headlock. It's real. This is real.
Yeah, no, this is real.
Close. Oh.
Today is day 11 of testing out me and my girlfriend's athleticism, and today we're doing her profession, which is wrestling. I have no idea what the I'm doing in here. Shout out to Legend Social Casino for letting us be here today. Any words of encouragement?
Good luck.
Any
You
advice?
always say how easy it is, so let's see. Show me.
I don't say it's easy.
Yes.
It's just fake.
So you don't even have to touch your head for this.
Do I look like Jeff Hardy? It's my idol.
Mostly hitting the top of your shoulders. Yeah, what do you mean? All right, this is easy. This is the start. Good.
I'm like a young Jeff.
Okay, there you go.
No, Jade.
Second row, go. Yes. Yay!
That felt like shit.
So far, it's not a bad video or anything like that, but it's just, again, he's using the word fake. I'm not going to have no fake outrage on it, no pun intended, fake outrage, but yeah. What?
Hands close. Oh!
I can't go down slow.
Tuck to right. Yes!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That was good. Good job.
My back hurts.
Yeah. So first the technique. One hand, so your left arm goes on the back of the neck.
Yep.
Good.
Don't slap
Ow,
me like.
don't
Yeah, don't slap me like.
Right one goes right here. Ow!
You hit me.
A lot of people go.
If I was in a
close.
real match with you, I'd. Yeah. Okay. Come on.
Nice. Push you back. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm wrestling. You giving. I gotta give.
Son of
Because
a
you're in a
bitch.
headlock. It's real. This is real.
Yeah, no, this is real.
What are you? Fuck this. Son of a bitch.
All right, guys, we just got done wrestling. That shit sucked. Everything on my body hurts right now. But I will tell you one thing. That's fake. Now let me show you.
So that's the part that everybody has. The problem that everybody has is this is the second time in the video that he mentioned that it's fake.
Something that's real. Okay, we're gonna go put in a parlay with Legend Social Casino. We got
And then he's talking about parlays, which is fucking outrageous. right?
Tennessee versus Georgia. Tennessee plus 5.5. We got LSU money line, and to finish it off, we got Clemson money line against Georgia Tech right here. I don't even know what the plus odds are on that, but I'm gonna get that to you really quick. So yeah, that shit's fake. This is real.
Third time.
Put the mortgage payment on it, and we're gonna be rich this weekend. Okay? Have a good.
Yeah, what a fucking weirdo, man. Again, I don't really have a problem with the in between the first time him using fake and the last time using fake. It's just him using those words and then also doing this whole like, we're gonna go ahead and put in a parlay for the. It's just like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. Like, this is what's wrong with this fucking generation to begin with. That's one, but two, you're using the word fake 3 times in a 2.5 minute clip that you decided to put on IG or TikTok or whatever. Yeah, IG, because it's got that little IG icon on there. And yet your girlfriend, Jasmine Nix, literally suffered injuries doing this quote unquote fake shit. Now, yes, to an extent, yes, it's fake, but as people like to say, it's more staged than it is fake. So I do think that's a disrespectful, but if she doesn't take any offense to what you said, again, like Bully Ray emphasized, she's not a woman, a real woman of the business, somebody that came up in the business the right way, at least in terms of the passion part of it and the respect part of it, obviously, especially with her kind of with a video saying that, you know, oh, they didn't offer me enough money, pretty much. I thought I was worth more, or whatever, when after you go on entry through injury to entry and people still barely even know who you are. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to address this because it's such a weird fucking flex to try and do in a 2.5 minute clip. Especially with you going through what you went through in the ring just now with your girl who's a part of the business still. Even if it's on like a surface level, she's still been a part of the business for years. And then you go on and make a video like this. I don't get how this doesn't look disrespectful, at least disingenuous. Maybe that's a better word to use when it comes to this, but I don't know, man. But let's go ahead and get into what Mark Henry said about this whole situation.
Jasmine Nix, who just left WWE.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend was in this video calling wrestling fake over and over and over. And we, as wrestling fans, I myself, I was so angry when I saw this video. It just really set me off this morning, actually. You said, damn. You just quoted damn on the top of that. And a lot of people are wondering your thoughts on that. On what can you elaborate?
That was a little strong. I ain't like it at all. But it's our fault because we're the one that let them in the business, let her in the business, let him in the business. Just because you can don't mean you should.
So you mean to tell me everything that I've been saying all these years? Not only did Bully Ray co-sign, again, they don't fucking, it's my channel, so that's the only why I'm saying me, obviously. I'm a nobody, but what I'm saying is they co-signed on it. They're saying the same thing now here in 2025. Bully Ray is saying it, not only him, but now you have Mark Henry saying it. And this is a guy that I continue to call Bad Take Mark because he's been full of bad takes recently.
There's a lot of people that you shouldn't bring them into business. It's like, who's going to marry your daughter? You going to let some random smuck marry your daughter?
No way.
That's what we do in wrestling. We let random smucks in wrestling, female and male, because they look good or they accomplish something. Just because you accomplish something don't make you a candidate for the trust of our industry.
Right.
But we do it. But then they say, well, how do you know? How do you pick? Passion and
respect for the
and love for the industry. I was a fan. When the WWE found me, they found me because I was already actively acting like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Man, I was doing the poses and I was flexing and I was talking trash. I was being that kid. And they were like, man, this dude is tailor-made for wrestling. We got to bring him in. There are people that go to NXT, they've never heard of wrestling.
Ugh.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've been saying that for years, even before I even had a podcast or before I had a YouTube channel, before any of that shit. I've been saying that same shit for years. That these are people that have never even watched the WWE product that are getting scouted out for wrestling. And again, it's not saying that it never works, because you're going to have the anomalies again, like the Logan Pauls. You're going to have, and again, Logan Paul is the guy that grew up watching wrestling anyway, so they were already fans. But I mean, we're talking about people. Remember what I was talking about last live stream. 10 years ago, they were doing behind the scenes looks at NXT of Triple H and other guys and talent scouts going overseas and watching guys doing mud wrestling in shithole countries and bringing them over to NXT to give them tryouts. They were bringing over basketball players. They were bringing over football players from UCF because the development center is right there and smack dab in Orlando. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? The Goldbergs are anomalies. Mark Henrys of the world are anomalies. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, two amateur wrestlers, are anomalies. Where's Gable Stevenson at? The guy that they hyped up to be the next fucking the mixed Brock Lesnar, the black Brock Lesnar. Even though technically you could have made Bobby Lashley a black Brock Lesnar, but you just did it. WWE never really pulled the trigger fully on Lashley. But that's a whole nother thing, whole nother rabbit hole for another day. But the fact you had Bad Take Mark, even he gets it, even he sees it. Stop bringing in people that don't care about the fucking business. They don't, like, how can you love something that you don't even know? You can't love the business and not know the fucking business. And you can't be in the business long enough to be successful in it without loving it, without having a passion for it. You can gain that passion, again, like the guys that, again, are anomalies. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they came from football like Goldberg, or maybe they came from gymnastics or something like old girl. Maxine Dupree. Or maybe they came from track and field like Bianca Belair. Or maybe they came from modeling and strength and conditioning like Jade Cargill, who I still don't think really loves the business, by the way, because from what I've seen from her, and like if you really had passion for the business, you'd be a lot better at it than you already are. You'd at least learn a thing or two and not be a complete botching machine when you step in the ring. And everybody else has to slow down just for you when you're in the ring. So maybe Jade Cargill isn't a great example, but at least she's at one of the top chicks in the industry, in WWE. These people are anomalies. And half of them didn't even get searched out by WWE or other facets of professional wrestling, other companies. They at least had some of them even had a little bit of interest to even do it. And I've been fans for quite some time. But when the Mark Henrys and the Bully Rays of the world come out here and they're saying the same thing that I was saying 7 years ago about WWE and NXT and the people that they're trying to bring through NXT instead of going out and getting people from the indies that already know what the fuck they're doing and already have the passion, already have the love. Like I said, man, some of us just don't want to play a fucking rigged game. It's sad the fact that we're in a day and age where you have people in 20s and 30s that are just like, we're just like, nobody wants to play a fucking rigged game. A game that you already know is fucking rigged. Mark Henry just told us. He just laid it out for us. Not that we didn't even know anyways, because we can see with our eyes. Our eyes are telling us everything that we have seen over the past few years when it came to NXT, when it came to the people that they tried to push in NXT, the ones that actually succeeded and the ones that didn't succeed. Of the ones, and I'm only talking about the ones that didn't come up in the business, that weren't from the indies. Or weren't from other companies, didn't have the love or the passion for it, but came through that NXT system, came through that performance center system or that developmental system without any other background in wrestling. Where are those? It's not many of them left from the 2016s and 2017s and 2015s and 14s. Just saying. I mean, isn't what's his name? Fuck. Old dude's an actor now. I can't. Fuck. What's his name? Well, you had I don't want to mess his name up. It was Mahabu Tabi or something like that. You had him. You had old dude that was dating Mandy Rose. They might still be married. It was that Italian dude. He played safety for the Bucks. Fuck, I can't remember his name. He was actually pretty decent. And you also had Kona Reeves. You had No Way Jose. Adam Rose. Bruh, man. It was... NXT was crazy 10 years ago, man. It's one of the things you just had to be there. But... So shout out to Mark Henry for this. Also shout out to Bully Ray, of course. It was the clip that we watched before that. But let's go ahead and continue on this whole bad take Mark thing. So Mark Henry, I just showed a good example, a good take from Mark Henry. Let's go ahead and watch this bad take from Mark Henry. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this.
Do you have an idea in your mind of who that might be?
In my mind, I want it to be Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry.
Whoa, that's a big
really
name.
hot take.
Wait, can we know why?
And people say no, it should be, somebody that can.
I thought we were going to ask the question before at the beginning of the video, but he asked who should John Cena's final opponent be. And so as John Cena's final opponent, bad take Mark continues to solidify his place as the ultimate bad taker. Or I guess the ultimate king of bad takes.
I heard people say Jericho because Jericho is possibly going to be a free agent or whatever at that time, or it'll be this.
It would make no sense to do Jericho. I love Chris Jericho. He's one of my favorites of all time. But let's be real. I want John Cena to face somebody who he has never faced before for his last match. Because if what he truly said, which is trying to put people over and trying to get them to that next level, which it can't be true because he's already faced Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar in his final run in this last year. And, well, he hasn't faced AJ Styles yet, but he's going to face AJ Styles at Crown Jewel, which is stupid. I don't get how you're going to get those guys to a next level when they're already at the next level. And since you faced Randy Orton, what has Randy Orton really done since facing him a few months ago? Come on.
Person like these Hall of Fame caliber people, if John Cena wants to give back to the business, you give it to somebody that's going to have a career.
Oh.
Just like him. When he came in and him and Kurt Angle went at it, him having an initial reaction with Kurt Angle is what forged the level of where he was going to be.
What?
You got to give it back. You got to give the rub.
But why Joe Hendry? Like specifically, is there something about his
Joe
gimmick
called
that you
him out
like?
early, and Joe is over as hell. But Joe
Hendry lost to Randy Orton at WrestleMania this year. And I mean, not in super fast fashion, but in fast enough fashion for it to not really. You can't even rank that match in terms of WrestleMania. Like, that's how bad that match was and how pointless that match was. Literally, the only reason why they had a match was for two reasons: to have shock value. And then a reason number two is to have that camera angle, that little, basically like a meme where Joe Hendry does that look back into the camera and then he gets RKO'd out of nowhere. Those are the only two reasons why they had that match. Guaranteed. This is a bad idea. Mark Henry, once again, with bad takes. Literally asking for a Joe Hendry and John Cena match in general, I think is very idiotic. Very idiotic. And his reasoning is even worse.
But don't have no skins on the wall.
I have a feeling that
he beat Nick Nemeth, and he's beaten a
Nick Nemeth is nobody. If it was Dolph Ziggler, you could probably say, okay, maybe he's ready for that next level. We're talking about Nick Nemeth and TNA. Like, what? Why not choose somebody who's actually signed to WWE, first of all? But now you're going to say Joe Hendry, and then for one of the examples and one of the reasons you want to use Joe Hendry is because he beat Nick fucking Nemeth.
bunch of people at TNA and several at NXT. But that's not like beating Triple H. That's not like beating Shawn Michaels.
For some reason,
he gotta have something that the world is gonna say, damn, you beat John Cena on his way out. Holy shit.
Again, nothing to set him up for that. If Joe Hendry was on this kind of legendary fucking run in 2025, then maybe. Maybe. But again, he's not even signed to WWE. What do we... Mark, what are we thinking?
God damn it!
What are we thinking? Seriously.
Yeah.
Do you think that would, I don't know. You know, I've had people talk about this, like when Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker, and they're like, should have been someone to put over. You know what I mean? Do you think there's still enough stock in that? Like, if you beat someone like John Cena, I say this because Austin Theory beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
And where's Austin?
And where's Austin Theory now?
Hey,
so
he's injured.
Solo Sikoa. Where is he? You had didn't they have Solo Sikoa beat John Cena too? Wasn't that like Fastlane or somewhere?
Yeah. Do you think it's just a matter of booking? Do you think the victory itself is a lot to carry Joe Hendry?
I
No.
think that Joe Hendry is chosen by the fans, and you always have to go with that. I don't care how polished or how great you are.
Do you have an idea?
And that's the problem. That's the problem. So I just wanted to show that because we showed Mark Henry in a good light, a good take from Mark Henry, but then we get to a bad take. Bad take, Mark. Shows himself once again as to why we can't really listen to what he says when it comes to the product 100%. And this is why I urge people to actually watch the shit so that you can be able to talk about it rather than just going off of popularity points. This is the reason why. Because if you don't watch it, you would literally sit there and eat up everything fucking Mark Henry tells you. And tells you which way you should think. Which we should have that's like saying, we should have Candice LeRae challenge Stephanie Valkyrie for the Women's World Championship. Just cause. No. Joe Hendry, I would like to see him sign to NXT and see what he does. But until then, I mean, I think having a TNA superstar, or not a superstar, you're not called superstars, but having a TNA wrestler be John Cena's very last match of his career is one of the worst takes I've ever heard in terms of booking in general. But I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me see what else I have here, man. Let me see what else I got here. Yeah. Speaking of something about Kira, man, she got a new tattoo. Some demonic shit, per usual. And Kefis, I think I'm saying that right. I tried saying this name before. I don't even know if I'm saying it right or not. But says, imagine being proud of a tattoo like this. Let your gimmick be your gimmick. Don't tattoo that ugly ass demonic shit on your back. It's not going to age well. So I retweeted it and I said it'll end well for her because this generation nowadays will sacrifice their morals and faith for a bag to be on TV as long as they can, or for a bag and to be on TV as long as they can, which is true. I'm sick and tired of people, and again, no fault to them, but I'm just saying, like, people don't really understand. And I see this shit every day. I see people, the way they react to dumb shit, like new iPhones coming out. Like I see this shit in person 24/7. No one cares about morals anymore. And I'm not saying that all these videos that we watch on social media are 100% true or are all 100% real or whatever. But when these people show you how they act and when they show you how they reacted and show you what they care about, believe them. When they show you their opinions on stuff, believe them. When they call you names because you have a different opinion or because you disagree or whatever, believe that's the way that they fucking feel. And when these athletes and these entertainers literally treat the fans, because it's one thing to treat the fans one way, but when you treat the sport or the entertainment sector, your platform, with disrespect to the sport or what got you famous or what got you your notoriety or what got you your success and money and quote unquote generational wealth, when you spit in the face of that, that's what us fans really care more about. And I'm not saying Stephanie Valkyrie is spitting in the face of anything, but we see the sacrifice in 4K. And I've seen it for quite some time. Once I started seeing the horns and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, she one of them. And when she came out and spoke with Bully Ray about all the sacrifices that she made, oh yeah. Yeah. This is something she ain't never going to let go. And she will go full head on, full first. Or full on head first. Sorry. Fucking tired. But she's going to go on head first right into that fucking pool of sacrifice. Guaranteed. And this picture, this new tattoo she put on her back, yeah, it's on display in 4 fucking K. Now again, I'm not too big on the whole like this is demonic, that's demonic, got it, because I don't really give a shit. Entertainment, like I already know what it is. Like it doesn't really bother me that much whether something's demonic or not at the end of the day, because I'm not demonic, so that's all I really care about. I'm not a demonic person, so I don't give a shit. But we have to stop acting like this new generation and that society in 2025 really gives a shit about morals, because they don't. And that's what makes us different from them. That's what makes us a little more sane than most nowadays, is because there are certain things that we will say that we'll draw the line and say, no, you can't pay me. You will not pay me. You can't pay me enough money to get rid of my morals, or get rid of what I believe in, or what I will put my foot down on. When it comes to the Stephanie Fakirs of the world, and the Caleb Williams of the world, and the Ryan Williams of the world, see what I did there? And the CM Punks of the world, and the Kenny Omegas of the world. Yeah, when it comes to that, and they get that kind of success, and they crave that kind of success, it's a whole different ball game. And there's more of those kind of people, and more people that would defend that kind of behavior and that kind of mindset. You're just jealous because you ain't got a bag. You're just jealous because you ain't got this. Am I though? Or am I just calling a spade a spade? Am I just keeping it 100? Am I just telling the truth? Am I just giving my opinion? So we have to stop acting like this new generation in this new society. I want to say new society because it's been happening for quite some time. And this kind of stuff has been happening longer than I've been alive. But we have to stop acting like this new generation has the same morals as we do, as millennials and the generations before us do, in the way we grew up and the way we were brought up. We have to stop acting like these people feel bad for wearing gay shit and putting out gay agendas while they're getting paid millions of dollars or 6-figure deals to do so. They don't give two shits. Now, it's one thing to say, hey, Corn, I'll give you $30,000 to jump off the roof of this building and try and land into a dumpster. I might consider it. Because when I was 16, I was doing that in the Food Line parking lot, being stupid for free. But in all seriousness, man, we got to start acting like this generation will not sacrifice literally. Now, it's one thing to sacrifice your body, sacrifice waking up early in the morning, all this other stuff. But when you start talking about your beliefs and your morals and things, your faith and things you actually stand for and put your foot down and stand against, and there's no line now that this new generation won't cross to get what they want. And that is the issue. That is the problem. And I'm so surprised when people act like that's some new concept now. It's not. It's been around forever. There's a reason why people say Hollywood is Hollywood. There's a reason why people say the entertainment business is the entertainment business, and that it stops for no one, and that you're gonna have certain sacrifices and stuff like that to get to certain levels. A woman who has become the women's world champion and hasn't even been on the main roster for a year yet, now comes out with this kind of tattoo, and we're acting shocked. We're acting shocked that the woman who has already publicly stated numerous times that she has made sacrifices and that she will do anything possible to get into WWE and to solidify and stay at that spot in WWE, much like most people who get into that position or get to WWE in general. Yeah. I'm not shocked. But the reason I want to talk about it is because I wanted to state that we should not be. Stop acting surprised. Stop acting shocked that this stuff happens, because it does. And it's going to continue to happen. They don't have the same fucking heart and fortitude and resistance that we do, that our generation did. Why? I don't know. And even half of my generation, the millennials, don't even have that fucking willpower anymore. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think. I think I'm pretty much done with the stream. We talked about, let's see. Talked about that. Talked about that. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you guys see this? Now, I don't know who Lola Young is. I almost called her Young Lola. Lola Young collapsed on stage. Now, this happened over the weekend. I have no idea. Now, normally, I think I quoted Jesse Lee Peterson earlier, saying something. Oh, yeah, not all, but most. But the way he says that, she black. She black. I'm gonna say she vax. She vax. Look at this. Yeah. Chubby chick. Septum ring. Weird hair. Weird style. So the stumble. First, there's a stumble. Yeah. She looked out of it, bro. And then all of a sudden, bro, the drop of the mic is what got me, bro. I was like, yo, that joint happened with the quickness. What's that? God, dog. Yeah. At least she saved it. So when she fell, though, I will say this. This is a good thing. So because she fell like right on her ass first. So it's not like, I mean, her head still hit the ground. Don't get me wrong. You hear the thump. You can't really hear it on the stream because I heard it through earphones. But if you look, she falls literally on her ass and then it goes to the head. Then she hits her head. So it's not as bad as it could have been. But hopefully she's good and safe. That happened on the weekend, but I still will say, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if she's vaxxed. That's all I'm going to say. I would not be surprised if she was vaxxed. But hopefully she's okay. Hopefully she's in good spirits and all that good stuff. Yeah, man, we're fucking cooked as a society, bro. I'm not talking about just that, what we just watched. I'm just saying just in general, everything that we've already talked about. Here goes another video, another rando video. This was actually pretty funny. Now, this one, I had no idea what it was going to be when it first started, but just watch this. This one is shocking.
Good morning. Can I please have a crispy chicken biscuit meal?
And what is your drink?
I'm gonna do a large ice water.
Anything else I could add?
I need to get one extra hash brown.
Will that complete your order?
Yes, that'll be all.
If your screen is correct, your total is 708. Thank you, and please go on.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Now, at first, you're thinking it's going to be AI, right? It's like some like AI, automatic, whatever. Because a lot of these McDonald's, they do that. A lot of these restaurants nowadays do that in general. But watch this.
Look at this black lady. You better do it, sister girl.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I thought she was a computer last time. Go ahead, sis.
Welcome to McDonald's. Would you be using a mobile?
Yeah, that is trippy. That's trippy as hell. That's some crazy shit. Because most restaurants you go, I won't say most restaurants, but a lot of restaurants, especially where I'm at here in Florida, a lot of restaurants here, they're gonna have that automated thing where it's like, oh, welcome to such and such, and please make your order, and then you'll hear a real voice after you put in your order or whatever. This was trippy. This one was that's crazy. That's hilarious, man. So I figured, I go ahead and show that video. That's some funny ass shit. Oh man. Oh man. Speaking of that, can I show this even though it's from Netflix? I don't know, but speaking of Netflix, just being, Netflix, I'm gonna go ahead and share this too, man. This one is oh man. So you guys know that I love talking about stand-up comedy. I'm a big fan of stand-up comedy. Just comedy in general, but stand-up is one of the things that I can sit and watch stand-up all fucking day. What happened to stand-up comedy? Not only that, but whatever happened to Netflix investing into good stand-up comedy and not this fucking whatever this is, this slop.
Factory default vaginas are the divine gateway of life. Our species could not exist without them. I will never take that away from you because I don't want to. And also,
so as you can tell, it's a dude dressed up as a chick, right? A dude cosplaying as a chick. Now, that's one problem. The second problem, this is a really big question that I have, is you guys know that every time I talk about a female comedian, right? A female quote unquote comedian, that they talk about is sex. And well, that's it. Just sex and how bad men are, and they try and put men in a bad light, whatever. How bad is it that now you have a dude out here cosplaying as a chick and using the same forte and the same ingredients and the same, pretty much to a T, the same agenda that these chicks use as female comedians and talk about sex? So you have a dude out here literally talking about factory-made dicks and vaginas and shit. And he's not even a chick. He just wanted to be one.
there are plenty of things an aftermarket vagina can do that a stock vagina cannot. Like destroy the fabric of Western civilization as we know it.
And then wants the virtue signal. This is what we're calling comedy. This is what Netflix pays for. This. I was just watching a video the other day where I guess, I don't know what's going on with Theo Von, but he was filming his Netflix special, and apparently he fucking completely bombed. And then he apologized to the crowd afterwards. I saw that video. I was like, damn, man, niggas down bad. Like, what's going on with stand-up comedy nowadays? Like, to where niggas going down bad like this at a Netflix special. Yeah, you got to be on your A game. That's the one time you got to be on your fucking A game is when you're doing a fucking Netflix special. And this nigga apparently bombed. So bad that people went online was saying how bad he bombed. And then a video comes out online where he's literally walking across the stage and talking to different fans and saying he apologizes for his performance and that he hopes that he doesn't off himself or some shit. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? And then I see this video. And you got a dude sitting here trying to talk about destroying Western civilization by fucking factory-made pussies and shit. What is going on with our entertainment?
Only my pussy does that. Only my pussy can murder the little baby Jesus before he even has a chance to start an apocalyptic death cult and ruin the world. That's miracle pussy.
These niggas ain't funny, bro. When are we gonna stop making a mockery of these fucking religions, bro? Like I'm again, these niggas, like y'all wanna make fun of Jesus and God, all this other stuff, but I don't hear nobody making fun of Buddha or Muhammad. I don't hear none of that shit. Where's that shit at? Y'all are more afraid to make fun or make a joke about Anne Frank than y'all are Jesus. Society is down fucking bad. Religious or not, whether you believe in Jesus or not, believe in God or not, you are more afraid to make fun of Anne Frank or make fun of Buddha or make fun of Muhammad. Well, which there's like a million Muhammad, so whichever Muhammad, take your fucking pick. But y'all are more afraid to make fun of that than y'all are fucking Jesus, bro.
That is how I define good pussy. I do also realize, of course, that last joke may offend some Christians. And it is very important to me that you know that I don't care.
Again, and why does that look like Stacey Abrams? So you're a dude dressed up as Stacey Abrams, and you have a septum ring, and it's just, oh my gosh, bro. We are so doomed as a society. And the only thing you want to joke about is dicks, pussies, and destroying Western civilization and making fun of Jesus. Got it. Got it. So not only is Hollywood and Netflix invested in this whole Jesus hate campaign, and again, it's sad that somebody like me has to come out and defend Christianity when I'm not even no longer a Christian. But I just saw this trailer. I don't know if I can show it or not, but we'll go through it at least slow motionly. I just saw this trailer. Justin Lin, the guy who did I believe he's the guy that did the Fast and the Furious movies, the recent ones, right? The past few. And he's coming out with a new movie about the dude that from America, which I believe he's from America, but the dude that tried to force the Northern Sentinel people, a tribe of Northern Sentinel, from the Northern Sentinel Islands. By the way, I do love this actor though. It's the guy from Rush Hour, man. Phenomenal fucking actor, by the way. Fucking legend. I don't remember his name, but he's in a lot of shit, man. This guy is a fuck. If you don't know who he is, fucking legend, man. But nonetheless, I just had to put that in there. It's a movie about this dude. He goes to the Northern Sentinel Island and he tries to pretty much force Christianity on this tribe. And it's based off of a true story. And he ends up pretty much getting eaten by the tribe, is allegedly, right? Nobody really fucking knows, but I'm pretty sure they killed his ass when we got over there. They offed him. I don't know if I can say kill on YouTube, but they offed his ass in the Northern Sentinel Islands when he tried to force Christianity on him. I mean, trying to go to Northern Sentinel Islands anyways. I studied the island when I was a kid, and I thought I was so fascinated with that whole island. I want to say it was like middle school. It was like 6th or 7th grade when I was in middle school. But anyways, the fact that they're trying to paint this guy in a good light for him trying to force Christianity onto this tribe on a secluded island, by the way, only for him to get eaten. I think it's very interesting that they're coming out with this fucking movie, especially right now, where, again, Christianity is being attacked on all fronts. No other fucking religion is getting attacked on all fronts like this except for Christianity. So, of course, they're going to make this dramatic. They make the movie look very inspiring, very good, when clearly this guy was out of his fucking mind to go to a secluded island, go to a tribe, and try and pretty much enforce an entire religion on these people, on their own fucking land, on their own island. So I quote tweeted this and I said, so we have one movie mocking Christianity called Carpenter's Son. We have a sequel being made to Passion of the Christ. And now a movie about a dude trying to force a tribe on a secluded island to convert to Christianity. I don't do religion, but I don't do religion like that. But damn, at least do one Muhammad movie. And if you guys don't know, I'm talking about that Carpenter's Son movie. If I mention the word, I think it's got Nicolas Cage in it, but if I mention the name Febby Twigs to you guys, oh fuck, not Febby Twigs, that's a porn star. FKA Twigs. So I'm guessing it stands for formerly known as, maybe it stands for something else, but this horrible human being who has come out and this is, I guess, Shia LaBeouf's ex. She came out and said that Shia LaBeouf assaulted her and all this other shit. Which I don't know how anybody can believe a face like this. If this person came to me and told me that Shia LaBeouf was, I mean, we already know Shia LaBeouf's a crazy dude, don't get me wrong, but look, I ain't believing nothing you saying when you look like this, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at you crazy and tell you to walk out my fucking sheriff's department. You fucking weirdo. But she was in the Crow movie, the new Crow movie. Horrible movie. They shouldn't even called it Crow. She was part of the reason why that movie was horrible. I don't find her to be talented. But this is what happens. We just finished talking about what Hollywood does with these stars and these plants. This is all done by design. This is like even worse. It's like a great value version of what's her name? What's the other chick? Not Zoe Kravitz. Even though she's at least a little bit hot. She's fuckable. This chick is not. But I'm trying to figure out the other chick, Doja Cat. That's right. She looks like a great value version of Doja Cat. And Doja Cat is already an ugly chick. So, again, man, like, I don't know what we're doing when it comes to this mockery shit. You have this chick literally playing in a movie about Jesus. Think about that. Just think about that for 1 second. You have this thing in a movie about Jesus called The Carpenter's Son. I told you, man, we are headed in a very bad place, bro. We are headed in a very bad fucking place when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to sports, and obviously we know in all the other facets of life, economically, financially, all that good stuff. But anyways, man, let me know what you guys think. I've streamed long enough. I went through these topics. Let me know if you guys got any other topics that you'd like for me to talk about, especially when it comes to wrestling. I know this weekend is going to be a pretty slow weekend when it comes to wrestling, but I know a week from now we do have Crown Jewel. We're going to have to see what happens, man. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. And we have Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Valkyrie, which I think is a more interesting match. I think that's a more interesting match. And, of course, we still have the Io Sky and Asuka debacle as well, which I thought was very cringe this past Monday night. So a lot of things happen in WWE, a lot of things happen in entertainment in general. But make sure you guys hit that like, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Keep your notifications on. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I will see you. And I am OUT.